So now we know. Yeah, we know what the Texas All-State Etudes are. Okay, so I'm going to start with number one. Number one in the book, not Etude number one, because I think it's actually number three. But Etude number one. First one in the book. And this one wasn't even on my radar. I didn't even consider it because it's number one in the book. And quite honestly, it's really not that difficult. So this was, again, not even on my radar. I was looking at other tunes. But now that we know it's one of the etudes, let's focus on it. And this is the way I'm going to approach it. You can agree with me or disagree. But this is how I'm going to approach it. Learning. Okay. So I'm going to play approximately the first 5 lines, the first half of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slur everything. Okay. The purpose behind that. Number one, start training my lips, what it feels like to go from a high to a low or a low to a high. What my tongue is doing, the voicing inside my mouth. Ta-ee. And then it's also going to kind of tell me where I need to breathe. Okay, so if you approach this from a lyrical standpoint, when you add the tongue back in, it's pretty simple. Okay, so first read through, first 5 lines, roughly the first half. Slur everything. Train your lips right. Train your lips to feel those intervals. Train your tongue and be very aware of what's going on inside your mouth, inside your oral cavity. Playing low notes, my tongue is flat. When I'm jumping up, ta-ee, my tongue is arching, helping facilitate the air. Working on tuning the whole, this is how I'm approaching it from step one. When I add the tongue in, it shouldn't change anything. The only thing that will change is when I start speeding it up, where I'm going to breathe. Okay, because I took approximately probably 4 or 5 breaths during that whole time. When I get this up to speed, I may do all of that in 1 breath, maybe breathing somewhere in the middle, 2 breaths. You could probably do this entire thing in maybe 3 or 4 breaths. Depending on how fast you go. But the first half is all I'm going to talk about today. Breathing, where you're breathing, phrasing, that kind of goes hand in hand, slurring everything, and then really training your lips, what you're doing, and training, really making yourself really aware of your tongue voicing inside your mouth. Those are my 3 goals with this. Okay, so keeping it really simple right off the bat. Okay, so hope that helps.